Hi guys, and welcome to All About the Philippines. Now today we're going to talk about how to travel cheap in the Philippines. Now this video is ideal for those going to the Philippines for the first time or those people that are on a budget. The reason the Philippines is such a fantastic place for people on low budgets is because you get a lot of bang for your buck, so to speak. Due to the exchange rates, once you get your airfares there, you can get accommodation at any scale you like. So you can get accommodation cheaply or more expensive accommodation. But even the cheaper accommodation is good enough for those guys on a budget, because all you're doing is pretty much sleeping there. You're going to be out exploring and seeing a lot of different places as you go through the Philippines. So the important thing, obviously, if you're on a budget, is getting yourself the best airfare possible. Now, I'm going to show you how to do that in a second, as well as hotels, or accommodation, let's call it, because hotels will generally be too expensive for you if you're on a budget. So getting the best price you can for accommodation is important. Once you've got your airfare sorted, your accommodation, the rest becomes very inexpensive. Traveling around the Philippines is not expensive. You get a bus, typically you can get a bus from Manila in the city out to the province of about 5-6 hour trip, and it'll cost you around about 300-350 pesos. I think that's around about $4 or $5. If you're getting a lot of the province areas, there's the common mode of transport is trikes, tricycles, motorised tricycles, and you'll pay anywhere around about, depending on the trip, 20 to 40 pesos per trip, which again is very inexpensive. So those prices there are not going to break the bank, that's for sure. Of course, if you wanted to get an aeroplane, say from Manila to Cebu or Mindanao, then of course you're looking at a little bit more expense. So even then though, it's not overly expensive. To go from Manila to Cebu, for example, was about $50 each way. Around about $50 each way is what it costs. So $100 return trip if you want to go back again. You've also got options of getting the ferries. So for example, if you wanted to go from Manila down to Puerto Princesa or Puerto Galera, all those sorts of places, then you can actually get a ferry, and they're not overly expensive either. I've never done the ferry trip, but I've heard that it is quite inexpensive. It takes a bit longer, obviously, but some people like the boat ride across there, and that's all good. So I'm going to show you a website that's fantastic that'll compare all your prices for you in one easy location, and you'll be able to get the best price you want wherever you want to go in the Philippines, including airfares and accommodation. So let's go and have a look. So here we go, guys. This is Holiday Escape Travel. Those of you who've been watching for a while will know this is actually my travel site, which is a comparison travel site, but it'll make your life so much easier. If you haven't seen the previous video where I've given prices from the US to Manila, check it out. I'll put it in the link below. And in that video it shows you quite comprehensively against some of the bigger search engines that we do beat them. So we don't set our prices so that you can't find the lowest ones. Some websites will do that, where they'll screen what they show so they actually get bigger commissions. We don't get much of a commission at all, but it will help people to find the very best prices. Now, so for flights, we just start off here on the front page. So we type in holidayescapetravel.com. It comes up straight onto that page, and all you do is you type in there where you want to go. So let's say this time we're going to do it from Sydney, Australia. So Sydney, Australia, and we're going to get flying to Manila. Now if you want to fly into Cebu or other places, you can do that as well, but for the purpose of this, we'll go from Sydney to Manila. Now, okay, let's say one tip I'm going to give you guys is try to avoid flying in December or January. If you're going to do that, you're going to pay 2 or 3 times the normal price. So for the purpose of trying to find some decent tickets, we'll go, say about the, I don't know, let's go from the end of February until mid-March. Okay, so that gives us a couple of weeks in the Philippines, one person economy class. So let's hit the search button. Now, when this comes up, it doesn't take long, it'll come up. Straight away, at the top of this page, up here, we want to change it to whatever currency you're in. It automatically defaults to the US dollar. I'm in Australia, and we're doing it from Australia to the Philippines, so we want to click the Australian dollars to get the proper prices. Now, this will bring up straight away. Here we go. So this is going Sydney by Cebu Pacific, direct flight going there. It looks like there's a stop off on the way back, but you can get that ticket for $507. If you want just direct flights, all you have to do is uncheck the box over here, hit direct flight, and that will give you all your direct flights. So you can get direct flight from Sydney to Manila for 747 Philippine Airlines. Now that does include your luggage as well. With Cebu Pacific, your luggage is not included, and you pay about an extra $40 to $50 each way on top of that price. So we're talking, for the purpose of this video, we're talking for a budget holiday for those people who you know, just want to get away for a bit and not spend a lot of money. So let's look at this Cebu Pacific. You're looking at $507. We'll add, that's return. We're going to add another, say $100. Probably a bit less than that. We'll say call it 100. So you look around about $600. You're looking, including your baggage, with Cebu Pacific. Again, there's plenty of those flights there. As you can see, we can scroll down, plenty of them. There's also, you know, you've got AirAsia there for $653, etc. So that's a pretty good price. That is a pretty good price, $507 without luggage. So if you're going as a backpacker, you only need your backpack, carry-on luggage. That's all it's going to cost you, $507. You don't need all the frills of food service, all that sort of stuff, because you're only on there for 7 to 8 hours. It's not that long on their flights. You can often get, with Cebu Pacific, you'll often get direct both ways, but for some reason, in this time of year we've looked at, it's only getting direct one way, and then the stop off coming back the other way. As I say, if you want to go a bit more expensive flights, they're available as well. So let's hop over to the Flight Centre page, which is here. Let's have a look at what they're going to charge for the same flight on the same day, or the same day at least. So we're going from Sydney to Manila. And we're looking at the end of February, and we're going to go for a couple of weeks. Let's see what they charge for that. So remember, we come back $507 if you're a backpacker, say $600 if you've got luggage. Let's have a look what they're going to charge us here. There we go. So it's got there, the cheapest ones coming up is $572 via Scoot. It's still more expensive than Holiday Escape Travel, which was $507. Now Scoot is another budget airline, so be very careful when using Scoot. Very careful when using Scoot that you know what you're paying for, that, you know, if luggage is included or not. So if we click on that, it'll bring up our Scoot prices. So that's one stop in there. So that's no direct flights in that Scoot either, mind you. AirAsia $627. Plenty of AirAsia flights all the way down to Singapore Airlines F713. So as you can see, the Holiday Escape Travel absolutely does find the cheapest prices for your airfare, and that's the biggest saving you're going to make when you're going on a holiday. You know, if you can save a few $100s there, then you're laughing. So if you want to go back to Holiday Escape Travel. You've got the choices here of using the hotels here, or here we do booking.com. Down here, booking.com as well. You can actually book through booking.com where you get rewards. It's obviously a very big accommodation site and airfare site as well. But for the purpose of today, we'll have a look at both. So let's go Manila. And again, we want to use the dates that we were looking at with our airfares. So the end of February. And let's go search and see what there is, what comes up there. So you can sort it out over here. You can go sort by price. So we want to see what the cheapest prices are, etc. We can do that. So, and as you can see, you've got a whole variety of different prices for different places. Some of these places may not be to your liking. This one at the top here, $155 for the 14 nights, is a hostel. So if you're a backpacker, you might be into that sort of thing. You know, remember this is a budget holiday we're talking about, so it might be good. But then the prices go down. You've got a dormant type style, a budget accommodation where you share with other people for a couple $100 for 14 nights. Great value if that's what you're after. If of course if you're after something a little bit more, you know, a little bit more luxurious, even here $212 at this hotel, Astrotel Anonis in Quezon City. Now that doesn't look too bad, just on what you see there. Of course you go in, you check it all out, but you've got there's endless amounts of accommodation, all types of accommodation. You're bound to find what you want. So there you will put together your holiday very quickly. All of a sudden you've paid for your airfares. You've got the cheapest airfares online, without exception. I'll tell you, without exception, you've got the cheapest airfares online, and of course you've got your accommodation you can search through, and you can find what suits you at the price you want to pay. So, and as I say, once you get to the Philippines, then of course you've got everything is rather cheap there. You want to get food there, you can eat quite cheaply. You can get clothes and shopping, quite good prices. Your travel expenses there, once you're there, on buses, tricycles, ferries, are all very low. So yeah, this is the ideal thing. So that's what you want to be doing. Get onto this one site, Holiday Escape Travel. It is the best on the internet by far, as I've just shown you with the airfare search. Okay guys, so if you've got any comments around that, throw them in below. Don't forget to share the video around with anyone who might be going to the Philippines or looking for a first time holiday. As I say, the Philippines is fantastic for a first time holiday. If you're looking budget wise and the experience you get over there, great people, you know, great different culture, everything. So don't forget to share it with those who might enjoy it, and of course hit that like button and subscribe with notification bell on to get more videos. Thanks very much guys, take care, bye for now.